Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. This quote is by Natalie Goldberg. Follow what you love, and it will take you where you want to go. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow down 91, NASDAQ down 12, S&P's off 7.5, gold contract down $9.30, trading at $1,085 an ounce. Silver down 26 cents at $14.48 an ounce. Platinum down 20 at $9.62 an ounce. Copper flat at $2.40 a pound. Light sweet crude down $1.71 at $45.41 a barrel. Bonds, folks, oil broke a B point, broke it with volume. Probability goes a lot higher that we get a structure down to 41. We'll see how we trade out at that 41 area. I have two separate ABC downs. One of them is at 35. The low is 42. Bottom line, this thing came down with velocity out here today. Now, bonds, they go up with wide price spread, with accelerated volume. Bonds want higher price. You had the 10-year up 12 ticks, 127.25. 30-year up a point and 22 ticks at 157.20. In both cases, you had real juice behind those moves higher. They want a lot higher price. They have broken out of their ranges that they have been trading in since going back to this past May. So what that's saying is that bonds are going to go test the highs that were generated out here, and we'll see whether we bust those highs. When you take a look at the bond market, folks, when we go from highs to lows, that correlation thus far, what you have had is that we did a 50% retracement of the move. And when I'm talking about 50% retracement of the move, bonds had hit. Let me pull this up here so you can see how this baby shakes out. What had happened is that bonds were on a one-way trip going topside. In 2014 or 2013, 2015 rather, 2015, April of 2015, we hit the highs out here in bonds. They pull all the way back to where they originally broke topside from, rejected that level. Now that's saying they want to go back to the highs that were generated in April of 2014, in 2015 rather. And we'll see whether in fact that wants to get taken out. The yield on them, the 10-year right now is yielding 2.1. So bottom line is that yield, it wants to go under 2 once again. King dollar. What do we have with King dollar? King dollar is just the opposite, folks. You hear that the strength in King dollar, but the bottom line, King dollar hasn't. The last swing high in King dollar was in March of this year. That high was 101.10. Each and every time King dollar just even tries to get up to the 98 area, can't handle it. It loses it on price, loses it on volume. Friday, we actually got that lower at 96.37 with volume on the way down. So what you have in that situation, dollar still wants lower price out here, 93.30. What's intriguing about that, of course, is that the commodity markets have continued to basically get sold off. Inside the commodity markets out here today, the biggest sell-off was in unleaded gas. So all you folks driving right now, and of course all of us that drive, period, we're going to be saving quite a bit of money. The gasoline was down 5% today. Unleaded gas was down 5%. It was down almost 9 pennies. Now, this baby also broke a B point, and it just ripped it apart of an ABC structure on the way down. This is saying gasoline wants to get down to 155. And what's intriguing about this is that the last low in gas last March was 163. So the way this is trading right now is that it actually is saying that it wants to go to lower prices than the last swing low that we had out there. The oil market itself, big numbers, folks, okay? We did 346,000 contracts out here today in oil. You broke an additional B point. That B point had 338,000 contracts. We did 346. It took it apart with volume. That is setting up a 41 barrel in oil. And that, by the way, is only a A to B equals C to D. Now, let's go take a look at the S&Ps. What do we have inside the S&Ps? This is what you have. SPY came down today, 109 million shares. Slight expansion of volume. You closed out at 209.73. Bottom line, we'll see what type of follow-through we get tomorrow. The way this is set up, couldn't handle higher price. What's unusual for a Monday in the marketplace is to come down so quick, particularly inside window dressing. Now, what we did not have is that you did not have that expansion with real heavy volume. We did no, not really. We did 832 million. That's not a lot in the way back. That's inside the NYSE. We take a look at the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ come back with 1.7. So that pullback was light volume today. Now, the Qs came back with 24 million. For the Qs, 24 million, that's volume. We try to get the highs on Friday with 22 million. And inside the Qs, I suspect where the market is going to have a problem tomorrow morning is going to be Apple. Apple broke its 200-day moving average. It hasn't broken that average in almost 2 years, folks. That's a number one, but what it also did is that we did it with 69 million shares. I believe it was going up to 74 million, maybe 84 million, 78 million. So you broke it with lighter volume, but you're a point 80 cents below it. So Apple's going to go a lot lower, and what you are going to have tomorrow morning, I suspect even pre-market, is that you're going to have plenty of black boxes that show up tonight that Apple, in fact, is underneath that 200-day moving average. And of course, there's plenty of big funds that you get underneath that 200-day moving average. They just want to basically move it out. Particularly, after the amount of time that we have gone sideways. What we did have in the close, on the open today, you had 508,000. That was the trade. On the close, it was 1.488 million. So there was some pressure coming into that close out here today. Gold. What do we have at the gold market? We take a look at gold. This is what you have happening with gold. At 130, gold was only down $5. You still only did 102,000 contracts out here. They haven't been able to get it to lower price. The 102,000 contracts is coming into 174,000. Way it's set up, though, it's like, okay, we're at 1085. That baby's going to go right after 1073 once again. The metals market, folks, has less sellers, but we still don't have any buyers. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. Dow finished down 91. NASDAQ off 12.5. S&P's off 7.5. Stay right there, folks. Coming right back with our man, Mr. Kevin Hinks from TD Ameritrade. Think or Swim. We'll be right back.